My guest today is Beth Schulberg, owner of Cruise and Travel Specialists located in Portland, Oregon. Beth and her team of expert travel advisors have been meeting the needs of satisfied clients in and around Portland and across the country since 2002. Together with her husband Pete, they are both avid world travelers, and as their company tagline states, "We know because we go." Beth has a wealth of knowledge to share. Hi, Beth. Welcome back to RTE Travel Talk.
Thank you, Ken. Thanks for having me. I love doing these YouTube informational videos.
Great to have you back with us. So, Beth, one of the things that is a hot trend that we're starting to see more and more often now is this concept called ships within ships. Now, I understand that you were recently on the Norwegian Prima, which
Correct.
includes this new concept. I was hoping today we could spend a little time and you could tell us about that and how good it is.
Well, let me just say, from the very beginning, let me just say, I was in heaven in the Haven. It is a game changer.
Really?
I will say that Norwegian Cruise Line does a lot of things first. Like they were the first to take away the set dining times, and then the cruise lines were like, "Oh, no one's going to like that." Well, guess what? They all followed them. They give people a choice now.
Right.
They were the first to put restaurants along the promenade instead of just having that open air. Now they have restaurants there. They were the first to put racetracks on their cruises, and they were the first to put the luxury ship within the larger ship.
So Norwegian's a real innovator.
They're a real innovator.
Great.
They are. They don't mind. They take risk and they pay off.
So tell us about the Haven. What's its main claim to fame?
It is a luxury ship. It used to be on top of the ship, but on the Prima, they sort of incorporated it in the ship. So you have it. It is a luxury ship. You have beautiful staterooms. You have your own elevator to get to it. You have your own dining room. You have your own bar/lounge. You have a concierge there for you, and you have a butler. And it is really a great way for someone who is used to a luxury product
Right.
but wants to do more on the cruise to go. It's fabulous.
Wow. So is there specific accommodations available with it?
Oh, yeah. You can go from anywhere. Like I was in a beautiful balcony room, probably 400 square feet
Wow.
with a beautiful balcony. And then you can go up to a 3 bedroom. So there are many, many different rooms that you can get within the Haven.
And are they
Yes.
on a separate part of the ship?
They are. They're all together. You're hanging with the people from the Haven and the bar and the restaurant. You're together all the time unless you step outside that door and you get into the what's just the regular ship.
Okay. So what types of services and amenities are included when one stays in the Haven?
What the Haven includes from the time you get on the ship until the time you get off the ship, you are treated like royalty. You're on a first class ship. That's the way that you're treated. One of the most fun things that we did that we found out is you get top seating, priority seating in the major show lounges, and you are escorted there by the concierge. There is no waiting. It's fabulous.
What I can take from that is now a lot of the Norwegian ships are fairly sizable in terms of passenger. Do you avoid some of the lines that you can encounter if you're just in a regular room?
You do avoid the lines. And I want to say that I took one for the team. And after going on the beautiful 3,000 passenger
Right.
Prima, I took my grandkids and I allowed their parents to come along on a cruise over
Right.
Christmas. I did not book the Haven. I didn't answer the do you want to upgrade to the Haven? And the second I got on board, I was trying to upgrade to the Haven, but you can't upgrade. You can't upgrade on board.
So what yeah,
So,
so you
well,
gotta buy this going in. Otherwise
my word to my clients is gamble in the casino. Don't gamble on taking a chance of not getting in the Haven. If you're going to book the Haven when you're right out the gate. Yes.
so what type of guests would normally book into the Haven, Beth?
Well, of course, because it is the same price, about the same price as a luxury cruise. But what you're getting, especially for multi generational families, you are getting something for everyone. You asked me about what the Haven offers. I'll tell you what the Prima offers for
Sure.
kids. They have a Galaxy Pavilion with virtual reality gaming. They have a speedway. They have rush slides, which mean they're dry slides. They have water slides. They have mini golf, they have splash pools. There is so much to do for children. So, for the multi generational family that wants to go, if you can afford it, book everybody in the Haven. Norwegian Cruise Line Prima and all the Norwegian cruise lines that have the Haven, they're perfect for multi generational families. If you can afford to put your entire family in the Haven, do so, because the Haven guests are not allowed to invite other people up to use the facilities, that the whole area. You can have people come in your room, but that is it.
Right. Okay. So they
But
can't even join you for dinner?
no, 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 they can't. And you know what? The reason why is people pay a lot of money to be in the Haven. The last thing they want is, everybody bringing their family
I
members that
suppose.
didn't pay that high
Yeah, no,
price.
I
And
suppose.
so they not only discourage it, they don't allow
Yeah.
it.
You did.
And so you can go down now. The Prima has 7 beautiful international restaurants that are fabulous. It's an Epicurean
Right.
delight being on the Prima. So there's no reason for you to eat in the dining room every meal anyway, although the food is wonderful and the service is great. But you do want to experience what this large ship has to offer, because that's why you're on
Right.
this ship instead of a regular luxury
Yeah.
ship.
Ideally, bring your whole family into the Haven, but if you can't, know going in that if you book into the Haven, you can go down and visit the kids and the
Right.
grandkids, but for the most part, they're not going to come up to you. But that's not such a bad
No.
thing, really.
It's not a bad
Yeah.
thing. I mean, everybody needs some downtime. And it's even great. It's great for multi-generational families, but it's great for people like my husband and me, who I like doing a lot more fun things than he does. He wouldn't appreciate me saying
Right.
that, but he would rather just sit outside on the beautiful lounge chairs by the swimming pool and read a book, where I'm out at the casino and doing all the game shows and everything else. So it does offer something for everybody.
Right. So tell me a little bit about the courtyard in the Haven.
The courtyard in on the Prima isn't really a courtyard.
Okay.
They've changed it up a little bit. So the courtyard and I haven't been on the other Havens, but I have seen pictures. The courtyard in the on the other class of
Right.
ships is just that. It's a courtyard. You have your own swimming pool. There's a swimming pool inside and a swimming pool outside. But on the Prima, they've done it a little bit differently. You're on the back, the aft of the ship,
Okay.
and you have this beautiful infinity pool. You have lounge chairs with 4-inch thick cushions on them. You have your own bar. You have the concierge area is you have like 4 concierge at your fingertips all the time. So it's a little bit different on the Prima. But the Prima this class of ship is Norwegian's first in a line of many ships. And what Norwegian did first, again, was they have downsized their ships instead of upsizing their
Okay.
ships. So they know that people that don't want to go on a 6,000 person ship are looking for that smaller ship to go on. And that's what they've done with the Prima.
So total number of passengers on the Prima, do we know?
At 3,000.
That's a good size.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
perfect
that's a
size.
really good size.
It's a perfect size. And they do have their musical show is the Donna Summer show, and it is fabulous. And where they have the theater at the end of the shows turns into a nightclub. And so the stage becomes a dance floor. So while we were sitting in our 5th row seating, that we were escorted by our concierge down to the 5th row, at the end of the show, the dance floor transformed and everybody was dancing to Donna Summer's hits. It was fabulous.
Oh, fan.
It is so much fun.
So you had a butler.
Had a butler.
Did you get
I can't
spoiled?
remember his name, but I've yet to let a butler unpack for me. There's just something about that, but they will do that if you want them to.
Right.
And room service on Norwegian, they do charge a small fee just to avoid people, ordering a lot of things and then passing out before it comes. But when you're in the Haven, you do not have to pay for that room service, and your butler delivers
So
it.
everything's included.
Well, I'm not going to say everything.
Yeah.
That's a broad term,
Yeah.
but a lot of things are included.
Okay. Did you get a chance to try the one thing that I've heard is people really like the in-suite dining. Did you get a chance to
No,
dine in
I was
suite?
with my girlfriend. We didn't really want to sit across from each other, and no, we didn't do that.
Right on.
But I did try the race tracks,
Oh, did you?
the race cars. I did, and I have an electric vehicle, and it wasn't much difference from driving my electric Volvo.
So who won?
I did not win. I was a little timid on there. Yeah. But I did do it. It was a lot of fun. I went down the slide. That was a ton of fun. The dry slide. I did that. I tried to do everything I possibly could.
Excellent, excellent.
Another thing that the Prima has is something called the Food Republic, and it's sort of like I don't want to say it's like a buffet, but it has many different restaurants within one little area, and they have their own personality. Like it's in like a food truck. It's like what it is it's food trucks within the ship. So you can go from food truck to food truck and order what you want and the different variety of foods.
And then you just take it back to your table, and there you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. That was another great, fun, different thing that I had not seen before.
sounds great. It sounds great. You mentioned specialty restaurants in the Haven.
Not the Haven. The specialty restaurant is on the main ship. The Haven has a beautiful dining room where you can dine
Oh, okay.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but it's not the specialty restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Again, you have to get out of that. The Haven wasn't meant for you to just go in there and enjoy the Haven. You know, they want you to go in there and enjoy the tranquility
Right.
from getting away from all the crowds. But if you're going to go to the specialty dining, your concierge will make a dining. They get special times for you to go, and you can go in and have your dinner on the ship.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now I understand. The Haven has its own has its own dining room where you can take all your meals or choose to use the specialty restaurants or any other dining venue on the
Or
ship.
any place. You can go anywhere on the ship.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
What
it's
other
great.
extras come with being in the Haven, Beth? Did we miss anything?
Well, again, it's really just a beautiful. It's not about the extras as much as it is about just being on the Haven and having the tranquil setting and beautiful food and a great bar. You know, it's easy to sit at the bar and meet everybody around you because it's not very crowded.
Right.
So it's more about being in the Haven and having a luxury experience. The main thing is that you get to experience the fun on the other part of the ship. For someone who loves luxury cruising, but you just want a little bit more, the luxury cruise lines, they can't afford to put the shows like the musicals that
No.
Norwegian can. They're spreading the wealth.
Yeah.
They're spreading the cost between so many
Yeah.
different people that they can afford these shows. The luxury cruise lines cannot do that.
And nor do they have the facilities because the ships, for the most part, are much smaller. So you can't put on a full on production show on
Right.
most of these ships.
And I will say for anybody watching out there, when you're ready to book any type of ship, make sure people that you are talking to or booking with have been on the ship. The Norwegian Cruise Line ships are very different. And if you're on one of the older ships, like I was with my grandkids, it's a completely different experience. If you only go by price tag, you're missing out. You don't know what you're doing.
Right.
So you really need to talk to, again, someone like me or my travel advisors. We know because we go. We hardly sell anything that we have not been on because we can't do you any justice.
Good cruise tip. Get the solid advice of somebody that's been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. Circling back to the Haven, Beth, on these ships, now, for example, the Prima you said is around 3,000 passengers. What do you think approximately would be the number of passengers that would be in the Haven?
Without knowing exactly, I would say around 300.
Yeah, so roughly 10%. And
Yes.
really, at 300 guests, that's the size of a small luxury ship.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It is the size of a small luxury ship.
Hence the experience, ships within ships.
Yes. Yeah, it's fabulous. And again, I keep going back to the fact that a month later, I was not in the Haven, and it makes a big difference.
got an awakening.
Yes, I'm spoiled now.
Well, Beth, this has been absolutely great information. Anything else before we wrap up?
No, all I can say is, think luxury and think Norwegian Cruise Line Prima because it is a great ship and you'll really enjoy yourselves.
Right on. Now, I always like to ask, where are you off to next?
I am preparing to go to the British Isles. I am escorting a group on another small ship. And my colleague, Laura Dodson, and I have about 40 people going with us. So we're going to do some golfing and go see where the Beatles are from. And we still have space on that. So if you want to call me July 20th, We are going to the British Isles from Dublin to Edinburgh.
And what cruise line is with that? Is that with?
That's on Ozamara.
Right. Well,
Ozamara Cruises.
excellent, excellent. Well, Beth,
Come with us, Ken.
well, don't say that too loud,
I
because
know, July
I
20th. Come with us.
I happen to know it. There's at least one stop in Ireland on that, and I'm a big fan of Ireland. That's absolutely great information, Beth. If folks wanted to find out more information about a cruise on the Norwegian Prima or another cruisification such as the Ozamara cruise, what's the best way to reach out to you?
You can call me at 503-641-5225 or email me at Beth, B-E-T-H, at cruzholidays.com. And our website is cruztrav.com, cruztrav.com.
Perfect, perfect. Well, with that, I'm just going to wish you safe and happy travels on all your future adventures and cruises. I hope the wind is always going to be at your back, and I look forward to seeing you on a Lido deck sometime soon.
I hope so too. Thanks, Ken.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
And that about wraps things up for today, folks. A very special thanks to my guest, Beth Schulberg of Cruise and Travel Specialists. If you'd like to reach Beth about an upcoming cruise, I'll leave her contact information in the description. If you'd like to reach us, simply send a question to questions@realtravelexperts.com, visit our website, realtravelexperts.com, or simply leave a comment. We always respond. And as always, folks, if you enjoyed this content, a like, subscribe, and a ring of the bell is certainly appreciated and helps us to spread the word. So until next time, happy travels.